Hi guys, welcome back to WePlaysXG, where we unbox, review and show you how these games are played. So today we have Aeon's End 2nd edition by Kevin Riley and published by Box and Card Games. As you can see here, and as you might have noticed over here, so this is the tragedy of this box, sadly. So basically I backed this Aeon's End through the Kickstarter, which is a campaign for the Legacy of Gravehold. So yes, I do have the Legacy of Gravehold game with me now, but I'm going to do this first because I need to send the publisher the extent of the damage. So yeah, basically yes, it's part of a Kickstarter for the Legacy game, and then I got the Wave one, which includes the base game as well as two of kind of expansion kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not too sure how this really works, but then yeah, there's two different packs, the Depth and the Nameless, which I don't have with me right now. So yeah, basically that two, I'll be doing the unboxing for the both of it as well. And yeah, so yeah, this basically came in this box. So this is the base game, which is part of the one wave. So yeah, I only got one wave because yeah, getting like the 3 other wave is kind of expensive. So yeah, and as you guys can see over here, so it looks like someone punched my board game while delivering it. So that's kind of sad, and the damage is actually quite bad if you can see it here. So yeah, so basically this whole entire area is like dented inside, so if you can see it, yeah, so it's pretty bad, and this thing kind of just split open. So I've emailed them and they want me to check the condition of the insert inside. So I'm guessing by the look of it, it's probably not going to be very intact. So but anyway, I'll have to like unbox this first and then yeah, take a picture for them and see what they can do. Hopefully they can send me a new one, just a new box and the inserts. Yeah, so I think that's what Garfield Games did for the misprint of the language at the back of the one of the collector box. So yeah, and they sent over a new one, so which was luckily in good condition. So yeah, basically back to the game. So that's more of like kind of logistics that I have to handle for this. But anyway, back to the game. Yeah, so this is Aeon's End 2nd edition. So there's quite a few editions floating around. Yeah, but I'm not too sure like what are the differences and stuff, because I've got the Legacy game, the first Legacy, which was really good, and I really like the surprises in the game. But yeah, and I've actually bought it from Carousel. So the seller actually gave me this like additional pack, so which is not in a box, it's just in like a plastic bag, kind of like a promo kind of thing. And yeah, I saw that the Nemesis Mats the art looks a bit different. So yeah, like different from the one in the Legacy. So I'm not too sure if is it like a first, second edition kind of thing, or it's just like, you know, different artwork. So yeah, and okay, so this is the base game. So but what I do like about their, I'm not sure if the base game has it, but I know that I think the War Eternals, the New Age, they all have kind of like a legacy aspect, like in a way that there's a flow to the game. So like to introduce you all the monsters or the nemesis, like they don't just throw you into the game and then you can like just pick and choose whichever nemesis you want, but they let you play through like a campaign kind of things to slowly introduce each boss, which is nice. Yeah, because I find that usually with this kind of game that where there's lots of content, then you don't really actually get to, you know, to see like to actually like try out the nemesis. Yeah, I think in often times you usually try one or two and then maybe that's all. But if you have like a story to it, then I think that's better. Like it gives you, or gives us more like motivation to like go through all the different nemesis. Yeah, I'm not too sure if this has it, but if this has it, that would be very nice. So there's a sub box, and this is the back of the box. Okay, so yeah, let's just so this is the game for ages 14 and up, plays to 1 to 4 players and about 60 minutes, which is around there, which is quite accurate, I think. So yeah, basically in this game I feel like the number of turns is kind of more or less there, because if you have more players, I think it'll be even more in line, because you're probably just going to buy that few spells and gems or some relics. So I don't think the turn will like vary too much. Yeah, so yeah, it kind of really depends on what spells you buy, but mostly it's that few spells. So from game to game, it's pretty much quite standard in terms of like time. Yeah. So okay, I'm just going to read this part, since they given me a easy pull tab here. Not sure if you can see it, but yeah, part of it is hanging up. So thanks for the easy pull tab. So okay, so nope, not gonna work. Alright, let's see the extent of the damage. Right. Okay, so since this is a few times that I have removed the string from the cover, so yeah, the box itself is a matte finish. Yeah, but it's a smooth matte, not the kind of linen finish. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, not the kind of linen finish that you expect. I think not a lot of games actually do that. So yeah, so it's your kind of matte box. So let's get it open. So once again, this is Aeon's end, and I can feel the cardboard creaking. Alright. Okay, so yeah, no artwork at the back. So I'll just put it here. Okay, alright, it's blocking a lot of the light. So maybe let's put it here this time. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, first. Okay, yeah, there's no inserts per se. So yeah, oh, this part is bad. This part is like, let me just show you guys. So yeah, there's like a tear in this, not too sure how that even happened. Probably some of the like, the mats just got like punched in and then like punched into this area. Like the impact was from here, then it pushes these mats towards this side, I'm guessing. So yeah. Okay, so first let's get back to the order of things. Alright, so there's this stop deck here as well. Okay, firstly the rulebook. So yeah, rulebook is not going to have any like stickers or sorts. So it's just going to be your full rules, which I've known quite familiar with, I think. Yeah, so oh, that's very nice, very big and very clear. So yeah, that's very good. And yeah, quite familiar with it already since I've played the Legacy, which was really good, because yeah, that's my first Legacy game actually. So it kind of exceed my expectation of a Legacy game. Yeah, Gloomhaven is kind of like a Legacy game, but then I just feel like it's kind of different. Like I would say like a different breed, I guess. Yeah, but what I hate is the damage tokens. I'm not a big fan when they do it like in a teardrop shape, because it's really difficult to pick up. I mean, it does resemble like a drop of blood, but then yeah, it's super difficult to pick up. Okay, so we have this next. Yeah, so this is also caused by the impact. So okay, so this is a setup for our first game, and okay, so we have a stop deck, and this contains the market cards over here. So, and then we have the bridge mages and our bridges, and yeah, and then we have a stop B, which is the starting hand, as well as the turn order card and reference cards. Yeah, and then the stop C should have the, yeah, that's the Nemesis cards. Oh, so this is Rich Bond. Okay, I think I saw him somewhere. Feels like I have the promo pack that I was mentioning earlier that came with the legacy. So yeah, I think that's Rich Bond though. That's weird if they were to include it. Okay. So yeah, there's a 2 or 3 player game as well. So you're playing a 2-player game, you actually remove the top 5 cards. If you're playing a 3-player game, you remove the top 3. So suppose if you're playing a 4-player game, you don't remove anything. Well, what if you're playing alone? Oh, I think they actually said it somewhere here. So I'm not gonna read it now, but okay. So that's nice. So yeah, so it's this kind of little bit of things. But I'm guessing it's not really like legacy. But okay, let's get on to the tokens, which is nice. So yeah, these all shouldn't probably spoil too much of the legacy, so I'm just gonna say this as it is. So yeah, these are your charge tokens, your what's this, power tokens, I think, the ones that you put on the card and then the power kind of drips or tips down. So yeah, actually all this I feel like it could have been better managed with dice like on the side, but it's nice that the tokens like have some kind of design. Yeah, so this is the tokens for the Rich Bond. Oh yeah, okay. So I think maybe let me just pick it up for you guys. Okay, so I actually had, so this pack is the one that I was talking about. So this is the Kickstarter exclusive items, I guess. So this monster is actually, you can see it's actually Rich Bond, which seems like it's included in this base game, which is weird. Then why would I have to have this? But okay, so that is that. I'll leave it just aside here. Okay, so yeah, as you can see the tokens, it matches the face of the monster. Yeah, so these red ones are your damage tokens. So as you deal damage, you can place it out onto the what's that? Kind of the bad guy or the minion cards. Yeah. So you have a few 5 and lots of 1s. So these are extremely difficult to pick up. So generally I don't use them. I will either use chips or I will use dice. Yeah. So these are the player tokens to signify which player number you are. Yeah, so this is to like facilitate the turn order cards. So yeah, it's double-sided, and oh, the Rich Bond side is this, and the other side is another monster. Okay, cool. Yeah, so everything is double-sided, and they are pretty centered. Yeah, as far I can tell. Yeah, by looking, I'm like looking at the side, so it looks a bit off-centered, but actually looking up front is well-centered, so that's good. And you can punch one out, so the tag does stay a little bit over here. Yeah, but otherwise if you look at it straight on, it's very well-centered, so that's good. So that's the power token, and let's put it back. So yeah, so now you have the turn dials or health dials. So this is the dial for the monster. So it's a generic one that you can use for all the nemesis. So it has 2 digits. So that's the back, that's the front. So very nice big area for you to turn. Yeah, so both are very well put together, I guess. So they don't really turn too easily or too difficult. Yeah, so there are some turn tiles or health dials that like kind of just turns too freely. So like every time you pick up, you actually accidentally change the health. So this is not. This is good. So yeah, as you can see, the cardboard is okay. Yeah, decent quality, decent thickness. So the health are just a tiny bit slimmer than the face of the health dial. So same thing with this, and that's for your Gravehold. Yeah. So we really can take a look at the thickness of the token. So it's fine. yeah, it's a bit not too squishy, not really squishy actually, but the thickness is, yeah, pretty standard. So that, just throw it here. Oh no, just in case it goes into this hole. So okay, next we shall take a look at the bridge mages. So yeah, maybe let's switch over to the other camera so that I can give you a closer look. Alright, so yeah, this is the bridge mages, which we have quite a few of it. Say up here's our Richmond, which I have no idea why it's here. And we have the Prince of Garden, so this is super weird. Okay, so not too sure what's going on, but okay, so let's take a look at the bridge mages first. So yeah, so this is, I can't pronounce the name, Drexa. So we have our bridges on top, and the side, I think this is already open, and we have a level 1 bridge. These two, then we have to just put it in this orientation. So this is like 1, 2, 3 flips from opening the bridge. This is 2 flips. So this is a bridge mage seer. So you put our player number here and the life token that we have, and yeah, I think you put out like 10, you give yourself 10 first, then you just remove it as you receive damage. So this is our starting hand: 1 tourmaline, shard, crystals, 2 sparks, and 4 more crystals here. So crystals are your like currency, and sparks are the super basic attacks, and these are our player unique or player specific starting hands. So this is the things that we have when we trigger our charges. So we can activate immediately after a turn or the card is drawn, so prevent any damage that players or Gravehold would suffer during this turn. Oh, okay, that's nice. So like, oh, that's actually quite good. So if you were to flip like the Nemesis turn, you can actually activate and then prevent any damage that the enemy would dish out. So that's cool. And I think we have some story behind. Yeah, so you can pause to have a read. So at the same time, I'm like looking out for the areas to make sure nothing went wrong. So you can see the thickness for this. So it's a cardboard, but it's thin. So yeah, I mean it's way better than a card. So I do like it and do appreciate like having a cardboard kind of player mat. So that's nice. So next we have Cardia. So there's a Bridge Mage Delver, and we have same Beard Mouse Spark and Emerald Shard. I suppose this is like a gem also. So this is Otherworldly Gate, activate during any player's main phase. That player may return up to 3 spells in their discard pile to their hand. That player may play up to 2 spells to each of their opponent bridges this turn. That's nice. And we have 3 bridges. Total 4. So yeah, this is our deck area and our discard area. So yeah, it just looks fine. And this is the story. Looks like a adventurer of sorts. So there's Edelheim, Bridge Mage, Weaponsmith. So yeah, so I guess we all start with the same starting health. So there's more crystals at the back. Then you have more sparks up front during the first turn. So yeah, this is the activate during the Nemesis draw phase. When a Nemesis card or attack or power card is drawn, but before it's resolved, you may discard it. That's nice. And 4 bridges. Oh, and the backstory. Oh, that's very nice art. So I think art here is okay. It's pretty nice. Yeah. Then we have Mist. So yeah, these are the characters that I've played with or interact with in the Legacy game. So that's nice to see them in person. So actually in Aeon's end, I feel like it's nice to go through the Legacy first. Yeah, coincidentally, which is this. So yeah, if you go through this, then you are meeting them as like a support character for your main character. So that's pretty cool. So now yeah, actually you can actually play as them, which is nice. So we have Garnet, 3 crystal, 3 sparks, and 3 crystal here. So this is a dagger captain. So we have Divine Augury, activate during your main phase, any ally draws 4 cards. Okay. So we have the backstory, and everything looks good. So we have Zexos, and it's a Bridge Mage Adept. So yeah, so this also appears in the Legacy game as well. And we have 1 Flare, 4 Crystal, and 1 Spark. So okay, a bit little on Spark. I think Flare should be some sort of attacking spell from the sound of it. So here we have activate during any player's main phase, allies collectively gain 4 charges, reveal the turn order deck and return the revealed cards in any order. Cool. So this is the backstory. Nice. So here Jian or Jian, yeah, looks a bit Asian. Yeah, so Moonstone Shard, 2 Crystal, 2 Spark, 3 Crystal, 2 Spark. Yeah, that's quite a lot of sparks actually. Cast any player's prep spell without discarding it, then cast that prep spell again. Yeah. So these do sound like one of the abilities in the Aeon's End Legacy. And we only need 4 charges, which is good. Yeah, and we start off with 2 open breaches, which makes sense because we have 2 sparks. Looks like a martial artist. Yeah. Next we have Lash, which is a Bridge Mage Scout. So it's missing an eye here, and we have 1 quartz, 3 crystal, 1 spark, 3 crystal, 2 spark. So it's quicken thought. Shuffle any player's turn order card into the turn order deck. That player suffers 1 damage. Oh, so you kind of like act again, I guess. That's nice. And the backstory. Okay. So next we have Brahma, also another character from the Legacy game. So yeah. They have a Buried Light, 4 crystal, 3 crystal, and 2 spark. So it's a Brink Siphon. Any player gains 4 health. Okay, nice and simple. So that's the backstory. Nice. So I just do realize that some of it is starting like, fray at the sides. So not sure if I can find like a sleeve for this. That would be nice. Yeah, although we probably need a pretty thick sleeve. So here we come to the dilemma of Nemesis Mats. So yeah, again, if you guys know what's going on with this, do let me know. Like, yeah, am I like getting a double copy? Yeah. So yeah, once again, this is Carapace Queen. So we unleash. Oh, so this is the one that is at the back of here. So yeah, this is when unleash, place 2 husks into play. Unleash difficulty unleash. Increase difficulty unleash. So you can place 3 instead of 2, and the additional rules. So each husk is a minion that has 1 life. Yeah, so there's like just kind of putting out more low life minions, because in this game you have spells that deal more than 1 damage. You can't actually split up the damage. You have to like do it all to 1 minion. So this is only 1 life, so you kind of have to like sacrifice all the 1 damage spells. So this is the back. Yeah, so I'm not too sure if this is the new or the old art. And there's a number 3 here. Okay. So this is the story and the setup. Yeah. So it's a pretty, this should be the most basic Nemesis. Okay, the sides looks good. It looks like, from the text, it looks like as though these are also like punch board that were punched out. And next we have Rageborn. Hello Rageborn. So we have Unleash. Rageborn gains 1 Fury token, and this is loses 1 Fury token instead of 3. Okay, so like kind of like maintains its Fury. So there's the additional rules here. So let's have a close up. Oh, and I didn't talk about so this kind of super reflective. Okay, not really reflective, but it's matte. It's just not the kind of linen finish we are used to seeing. Yeah, so that's the backstory and the setup. So very nice. So this then number here. Yeah, this is number 2. Next we have, so there's about 4 here. Yeah, so this is the one to use for the Carapace Queen. So there's a Prince of Gluttons. So you unleash 1 to 2 player will do this. Devour 3 cards from the least expensive supply pile. Oh, so this is the one that eats up your market. So this is the increased difficulty and the additional rules. So this is the health. I forgot to mention this. So yeah, very nice. At the back, we have the backstory and the setup. So this is a number 5. I think higher number is more difficult, I think. Not too sure the number means. This is a Crooked Mask, this is the one at the back of the box. 70 health as well. Unleash any player against the corruption and place it on top of their deck. The player shuffles their discard pile into their deck. Oh, this you have to actually shuffle it. So yeah, basically if you haven't know it yet, basically Aeon's End is a game where you play your cards into a discard pile in any order that you want. So once you're done with your draw pile, you just have to flip over your discard pile. So you don't actually have to shuffle them. So you can do a bit of planning, although like it's still mainly decided by the game, because there's still a certain order they have to put the cards. Like for example, throughout the whole turn, if you've cast any spell, those have to go in first. And if you bought any spells or cards from the market, you have to put them first, followed by the cards that you have used. So ultimately you can only control the order of the card used that goes into a discard pile. So yeah, there's a bit of control there, but then it kind of, when you have very little cards, which I've seen in the gameplay, then you kind of have to, you kind of end up in this like infinite loop where you can't get out of. Like for example, if you need like 4 gem maybe to get something from the marketplace, and you kept drawing 3, then you are likely going to keep drawing 3 because of just how the deck is set up, because you can't really change it unless your ally allows you to like draw one more card, that kind of thing. Then maybe you can change it a bit, but then you kind of get into this like loop, yeah, which is, I don't know, good or bad. So yeah, this is Crooked Mask and the backstory and the setup. Cool. I suppose the corruption card does something to you, or maybe just kind of clogs up your deck. So yeah, I think I didn't do a unboxing for Legacy, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think I did. I can't remember, but if I did, I will link it down below as well. So this is a Husk track. So yeah, this is like I suppose a Husk, you kind of put it here. If you have 30 or more Husks, the player loses. Cool. So we have at the back as well. Oh, so this is just, I thought it's a double-sided thing. Okay, so this is just a bigger version of the Carapace Queen. So yeah, this is all the Nemesis and the player cards, and let's check out the breaches maybe. So yeah, so if I can shift this camera up a bit, yeah, so you can see over here there's the damage done, and like the not sure if you can see it, and the almost broken the box. Okay, let's hope they do send me a new one. So you have like 3 bags here, and dividers which goes in here. Yeah, I think you can take a look at this, which is nice that they give this kind of dividers. So we have gems, double-sided, so the turn orders, the Carapace Queen. We have the relics, which I think I can like put it together. So that's the relics. So these are the randomizers which should go first. And yeah, then we have the Crooked Mask, which is the Nemesis. Then we have spells. We have the basic Nemesis. So yeah, basically in this game we have some basic Nemesis cards. So we have like tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. So we basically take the basic Nemesis, split them into tiers, and we mix the Nemesis specific cards into the basic Nemesis based on tiers, and then we put the tier 3 at the bottom, followed by tier 2 and tier 1 at the top. So that's how you arrange the turn order, the Nemesis deck. So that's the Prince of Garden starter cards, which should go here, and the Witchborn. Yep, so gems should go here. So you have 3 types of cards: gem, relics and spells. So we have our randomizers here. So yeah, this is just to randomize like the supply, so that if you don't want to choose, then I think that's good. And we have our starter decks and our turn order. Okay, so these are our dividers. Okay, so we can put them here, and we have our breaches. So let's just take them out. Oh no. Okay, broke. I'm so sorry for my dry skin, but yeah. Okay, so this is the bridges. These are all the open bridges. We have 4 of them. Yep. So these are our stage 1 sort of level 1 bridges. So they both sides is open. So these are also very nice, like kind of cardboard, same as the Nemesis and player mats. And then we have our level 2 ones. So we have 4 of it, and this is a back. So basically, like, this is how much to focus it. Then you can see the arrow. So everything is very nicely laid out. So 2 ether, which is the currency, to focus, which is you turn it, and then you can prep a spell on it. So the next turn, if there's any prep spell on an open bridge, you have to cast it. There's no choice there. You can pay 3 ether here to open it, or you can pay 2 to focus it again, and then 2 to open it. So yeah, so that's how the bridges works. So that's a level 2 bridge, and we have 4 level 3 as well. So yeah, so this needs a bit more ether to open them. It's our close bridge. So yeah, also the level 3 one has a +1 damage on cast, and same as the level 4 ones. Yeah, so this requires even more to open it. Yeah, so that's our level 4 bridge. So these are all our bridges. I think you can just put it in one of the bags first. To organize it a little bit. So cool. Actually, this game is pretty interesting and pretty nice. Yep. We always have the feeling like we're gonna lose the game, but then like in the end we still succeed, which is amazing. And let's take a look at this. So maybe I shall not open this, since it says stop, although it's actually not too much, like, you know, spoiler materials here. So yeah, maybe I'll not open this. I'll just open these few. Or you know what, maybe I just open everything. So maybe I'll need to use this. And yeah, try to show you guys the material here. So yeah, I realized Aeon's ends, their cards are really thick. Like, okay, it's not thick, like you can see the thickness here. Yeah, I think it's thicker than most cards, but then like it's super stiff. Like the stiffness that I like from a deck builder. So that's nice, and it's shiny. Not my favorite, but okay. So we can put this here, and yeah, so you can see like the box actually has enough space for sleeves as well. There's like a bit of a height here. So okay, let's get on to the cards. Okay, so let's just go on to stop A. I'll leave the stop signs here, so just in case I need to reference it, but I think I know enough of the game. Yeah, I think the stop signs here are not spoilers, but it's just to, like, you know, segregate the cards out. But if you think that there's spoilers, to skip this portion. I've always have timestamps down below, so you can follow them. But if you want to know what's inside and how they've separated their cards, you can watch on. Yeah, I don't think there's any spoilers. Yeah, because like we kind of know all the Nemesis and characters already, unlike the base game. So this is our first deck, stop A. So these are all our market decks. So we have is standard gem. So you have a few of them, three, about 7. So it just cost 2 and gains 2 gem. So these are our Wristwood Amber, So this, when you gain this, you may place it on top of your deck, so you get to use it immediately. So this is 3, but then it still costs 2 only. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 as well. This is the diamond clusters. 4, gain 2. If this is the second time you played diamond cluster this turn, you gain an additional 2. Yep. So if you have 2 like together, then yeah. So this is where timing comes into play. You have to kind of time it so that you can draw 2 of these at one go. But you have to also have to keep in mind that every turn you're also like buying new cards. Yeah. So this is like our Jian character. So this is focusing out, and focus any player's bridge. Destroy this and Gravehold gains 3. That's a nice relic. So yeah, gains 1 charge, any ally gains 1 charge. Nice, but it's a bit expensive. And here comes our spell. So in every game, it's recommended that we have 3 gem, 2 relics, and 4 spells. Yeah. So there's a Spectral Echo. Due to damage, you may destroy a card in hand. That's nice. I think that's a very nice spell that you can just destroy a card. So we have Essence Theft. Deals 3 damage and you can discard a card in hand. If you do, any player gains 1 life. That's nice. To discard like kind of the extra spells or gems that you have. This is our Jian again. Planar Insight, deal 2 damage, deal 1 additional damage for each of your open bridge. Wow. Cool. But it's getting more expensive here. And another 6 cost, this Wildfire, Whip. While prep during your main phase, you may spend 2 ether to cast any player's prep spell. Nice. Deals 4 damage on its own. Cool. So yeah, that's the end of the stock deck. So yeah, very fast. So that's 1 deck down. So I'm just going to put it here. So let's get on to the stock B. So where's the pool tab? Yep, here. I always feel like I'm going to scratch the cards by trying to find the pool tab. Okay, not bad, not bad. So yeah, that's our B. So once again, I'll put the stamps down below for these stock cards. So this so you don't shuffle this. So it's nice. It's weird that they have this. So yeah, but I still don't think it's like you know, spoiler territory. Yeah, I don't think there's any spoiler here, but anyway. So yeah, this is the special one for the player. Sorry, the different bridge mages. So yeah, that's nice because you can actually tell that this is for one of the characters, which is the Eldenheim over here. So you can see it's him. Yep. So oops. Okay, so this is game 1. Any ally may draw a card and then discard a card in hand. Yep. So you can see here this is the starting deck. So there's like a bit of a flavor text here, below here. So this, I suppose, is his starting hand. 2 and then crystals. So these are standard one. This is 1 damage and this 1 currency. So yeah. Oh, so everybody actually have its own. So that's like, okay. I thought they would like just give enough crystals for 4 players instead of every character having its own one. So this is Buried Light, deal 1 damage and gain 1 money. So you have the crystals and the spark. So the spark is quite nice, the art. So yeah. And we have the Moonstone Shard. Gain 1 money, gain additional money that can be used to gain a gem. That can only be used to gain a gem. Okay. So that's our crystals, spark. More crystals, more sparks. So that's a Garnet Shard. Gain 1 money or cast any player's prep spell. And yep. Okay, so I guess that's not all. So we kind of have only like around 4 characters. 1, 2, 3. And one more, I think. Just now I saw. Yeah, I think about four characters starting hand here. So I guess maybe these are 4 that they recommend. So here you have our turn order deck for number 1 player, number 2, number 3, and 4. So I think, yeah, there's a WoW and 2 Nemesis. Cool. And some player 8s, which is double-sided. Yep. And the stock card. So for this side, yep, so you can see the art's pretty nice. Okay, so all this we have. Yeah, actually the back looks pretty normal. Yeah, especially like, you know, for the borders. But yeah, I think it's important to like so that you can't really see what's going on. So all these are the same. So that will make our stock B deck. And yeah, let's continue on. Maybe I'll just put a random one here, so that I know it's different. And we have a stop C, so this should be our Nemesis one. Let's find full tag. Okay. So let's take a look at stock deck C. So again, don't shuffle the card. And we have our all the attacks. So these are the basic one. You can see here, and this is the tier 3. So yeah, this unleash twice, play with the most open bridge, destroy 4 cards in hand, or suffers 4 damage. So actually that's quite a lot. Because it's 4 cards. So yeah, just gonna briefly go through these. So these are, we have a different type of cards. So it's attack cards. So by drawing these, actually activate them immediately. But for power cards, you'll put 1 power on top, and the next round, if it's the Nemesis turn again, you'll remove them. And anytime you have like no power tokens on top, you have to do this, which is unleash 3 times. Yeah. So this is, you can see this is basic, and this is for the Rage Bond. So this is specific to him. And you can also choose to discard it and by spending 8 ether. So this has to be spent in 1 turn, so you can't actually accumulate the ether. So there's another darkness, another attack. So this is by Rage Bond as well. So these are minion cards, and it's a tier 3, so there's 16 health. And persistent is Rage Bond strikes. So it doesn't do you any damage, but it allows the Rage Bond to the boss basically to strike again. So you have a power card, Thunder. So there's a minion. So for example this, then you will have unleashed twice. So there's another attack. So yeah, that's basically all the different cards. So these like additional effects. When damage is dealt to this minion, reduce that damage to 1. Yeah, so you have 3 health. So this kind is best that you just use like the spark to damage it. So we have attacks. So this we should only have the Rage Bond ones. We have another attack, power, attack. So there's a simple minion. Yeah, so sometimes it says you do damage to Gravehold, sometimes to the player. So whenever any, so this is new, this is a strike. So I suppose it's kind of like attack, I think, or it's a different kind of card. Yeah. So all these are different. It's in a separate deck. So yeah, when it says Rage Bond strikes, it probably mean this deck, like draw from this deck. So yeah, it has like a, see, this is a strike deck, and these are the Nemesis cards. So yeah, that's our stock C, and let's just put a random one here. Okay, so let's get on to maybe this. Yeah. So basically, when the players suffer enough damage to when they have like 0 damage, 0 health left, so then whenever they will take damage, Gravehold will take the damage instead. And remember, it's like 2 times the damage. So yeah. So this is probably our, oh, these are our player cards. So this is for the sort of adventurer. Yeah, I think it's should be this lady here, Cardia. So there's Emerald Shard, gain 1 or any player gains 1 life. So that's for Sexos. So this is for the other character. There's the Tourmaline Shard for this character. And we have some crystals. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I think they don't give, like, they just give like a certain amount of crystals and sparks for you to play every character, like for at least like 4 characters at one time. So yeah, I don't think they give like one for each, like a set, you know, like this set for each of the available mages. Yep, so this is Burning Opal. Gain 3, you may discard card in hand. If you do, any ally draws a card. Yep, so that's a pretty expensive gem. And next we have Clouded Sapphire. Gain 3, if this is the first time you have played, then any ally gains 1 charge. So basically once per turn, so it's a 6 ether cost. Pretty expensive. Oops. And yeah, that's a Searing Ruby. Gain 2, gain additional 1. That can be used to gain a spell, that can only be used to gain a spell. So yeah, that's kind of it. And it's 4 ether, not too bad. Gain 2, each player will use the top card of their deck and either discard it or return it to the top of the deck. Sifto's Pearl, 3 cost. And then we have our relics. So this is, you may cast a prep spell that you prep this turn. If you do, that spell deals 2 additional damage. That's nice. So blasting stuff. And then we have Bottled Vortex. Destroy this, destroy up to 2 cards in your hand or discard pile. Cool. So I guess you can't really choose. So yeah, you have to do it in a turn that you have cards that you want to, like, you know, discard. It's a Flexing Dagger. The next time you focus or open the bridge this turn, it costs 3 ether or less, or destroy this and deal 1 damage. Cool. We have Unstable Prism. Play a gem in hand twice or destroy it, or gain 2 ether. Nice. There's a lot of choices here. Oh, there's only 3. Okay. So this is our spell. Focus your bridge, close bridge, and with the lowest focus cost, deal 2 damage. If all your bridges are burned, deal 1 additional 1. Whoops. Cool. So we have some starting hand, starting cards, as well as some market cards in this one. So next, let's get on to this. Oh, we have more here. Okay, let's find the pool tab. Okay. So we have more cards here. So that's they have 3 there, then another 2 here, so that's 4. So this is our Amplify Vision, Arcane Nexus. So this is all the different spells. Arcane Nexus or prep. Once per turn during your main phase, you may return a gem you played this turn to your hand. Deal 4 damage. Nice. There's a Chaos Arc, deal 3 damage, deal 2 additional damage for each prep spell in adjacent bridge. Nice, so you have to prep this into like a 2 or 3 bridge, level 2 or 3 bridge. Most likely level 2. This is a Consuming Void, destroy up to 2 cards in hand, deal 3 damage for each card destroyed this way. Nice. So you can kind of like deal a super massive damage. Oh sorry, only up to 2 cards. Okay, so maximum 6. So discard to 2 cards in hand, deal 3 damage for each card discarded this way. Oh, so this is very similar. Yeah, let me know if you guys find any difference here other than the spell name. Oh, one is destroy, one is discard. Okay. Yeah, so in fact I think this is better than to destroy it. So that's 5. That's a Pharaoh Lightning. This spell may be prepped to a close bridge without focusing it. Nice. Ignite, deal 2 damage, any ally gains 1 charge. It's a lava tendril. While prep at the end of your casting phase, deal 1 damage. Nice. So it kind of it's like a 1 damage every turn. Yeah. So there's an Oblivion spell. While prep once per turn during your main phase, you may gain 1 ether, deal 2 damage. You may discard a gem. If you do, deal additional damage equal to its cost. Wow, that's cool. That's nice. Suitable for like the final blow. It's a Phoenix Flame, deal 2 damage. You may lose 1 charge to deal 2 additional damage. And then we have some more of the basic. This is a carapace screen. Okay, a minion. So apparently the first one we have to go through is the Rage Bond. Okay, so some of the Cooker Master ones is here too. So that's our second last box. And down to the last one. Okay. Okay, so this should be most of our Nemesis, I guess. So there's the Kukamas, so there's his Corruption deck. So I suppose you could, yeah, so it's a different, this is like a, these are characters back, and this is for the minion back. So if you put this in, I suppose when you draw it, then you have to like do it. But that's like a, that's like a good thing. Okay, gain 2 health, not sure if it's me or if it's the Nemesis. Yeah, I suppose it's the Nemesis. So there's a Prince of Glutton. It's nice that every Nemesis have like a kind of a different mechanics to it. So there's a lot of minions for him. Yeah, so it kind of like delays you, like your ability to attack the minion, the Nemesis, because there's so much minions around, and then the Nemesis will actually try to eat up your market decks. So yeah, so what I'm going through here is the randomizer cards. So these are exact same descriptions on the actual cards itself. So yeah, they have different backs, slightly gray. So these are for the randomizers, which I'll just put it here. Oops. And followed by this. And let's put the rest here. So yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, I have to show you guys the sleeve test for this real quick. Okay, so for the sleeve test, we are going to be using 63.5 by 88 millimeters. So yeah. There's a bit of overflow of the sleeve here, but it's fine, I guess. And pretty snug at the sides, and it's bottom out here. So you can see the effort needed to put this in. Yeah, it's not too tight. Yeah, so this is the one that you should go for, 63.5 by 88 millimeters. And let's see how it fits into the sleeve, into the box. So as you can see, quite a bit of space here. And even if you drop it, yeah, so the dividers are still way taller than the card itself, so there's no problem here. And they give you quite a bit of space here at the sides, so you can probably sleeve all of them. And yeah, so that's the that's for the sleeve test. And yeah, so I guess that's it for this unboxing. So yeah, if you do like what I'm doing here, do consider subscribing and liking this video, and do comment down below which is your favorite Aeon's End kind of base set or base game. So yeah, I went with this because I thought it gives me the most content for my game, for my money. So yeah, so do let me know down below. Once again, this is Aeon's End, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.